Hi everyone, this is Mr. Davis. In this video I'm going to give you a brief review about correlation. Then you can go ahead and go through the quizzes that we do in class so that you can practice identifying types of correlation. Let's get started. First thing to remember is that correlation means relationship. If two things have a correlation, then there's a relationship connecting them. So it's possible that there's no relationship at all, and this is actually really common. For example, there is no correlation between what time of day it is and the number of shoes you own. You don't end up owning more shoes later in the day or earlier in the day. Those two things just aren't connected at all. Some things have a positive correlation. This is where they work together. As one goes up, the other goes up. As one goes down, the other goes down. And some things have a negative correlation. This is where they work against each other. As one goes up, the other goes down, or as one goes down, the other goes up. Positive, they get along and work together. Negative, they fight and work opposite of each other. A positive correlation that we've talked about in class is your hair length and the amount of time it takes you to get ready in the morning. We found out that the more hair you have, the more time it takes you to get ready. The less hair you have, the less time it takes you to get ready. Those two things move up together or down together. There's a positive correlation. A negative correlation that we've talked about in class has to do with your family size and the number of times your family eats meals together. The more people in your family, the less amount of time that you eat meals together. The less people in the family, the more amount of time you eat meals together. Now you might disagree with that, and that's awesome. That's something that we might want to do some research. Other types of negative correlation you won't disagree with. For example, the more often you miss school, the lower your grades. The less often you miss school, the higher your grades. They work opposite, so they're negative correlations. So let's have you take a look at this. Ice cream cone sold, temperature outside. Can you tell me the type of correlation? I'll give you a few seconds to make a guess. Pause if you need more time. Hit play when you're ready. This is a type of positive correlation. If I were to create a scatter plot and get some research on this, what I would find is that when it's really cold outside, not very many people buy ice cream cones. There are some people that buy ice cream, but not as many. But as the temperature climbs, I get more and more people buying ice cream cones. So the temperature, as it goes up, ice cream also goes up. And I end up with this line of best fit that's increasing. This is positive correlation. How about this relationship? Hot cocoa sold, temperature outside. Hit pause and take a moment to see if you can figure out the type of correlation. Hit play when you're ready. Did you figure it out? This is a type of negative correlation. You see, what happens is when the temperature outside is low, a lot of people want to buy hot cocoa. So let's start with the temperature high. If it's really hot, not very many people are buying hot cocoa. They don't dare. It's hot, so very few buy hot cocoa. But as that temperature drops, we see more and more and more hot cocoa being bought. This line is dropping over time. All negative correlations, if you graph them as scatter plots, you will see them dropping over time. How about this one? Pencils sold and temperature outside. This is no correlation. These two things aren't connected at all. People need pencils when it's 85 degrees, like right now. And they also need pencils when it's 5 degrees outside in the middle of the winter. People just need pencils. Scatter plots that have no correlation don't have an up or down pattern. There's no line of best fit because they're just all over the place. Now this is a weird scatter plot to look at. Take a second and see if you can tell me the type of correlation. Hit play when you're ready. Well, this is tricky because I can see times where it goes down and I can see times where it goes up. Is it possible to be both types of correlation? Nope, it is not. This is no correlation. there's definitely something going on. You can tell that there's some sort of pattern going on here, right? You can see the pattern. But even though we can see that there's some sort of relationship or something going on, it's not strong enough to call it a correlation. So we identify these little weird curvy things where it curves as no correlation. All right, go ahead and see if you can do that quizzes. Good luck.